Hi, my name is Chris Ramsey. Welcome to the shift presented by Murphy'sMagic.com. Hey, what's up, gang? Welcome back once again to another edition of The Shift. I'm your host, Chris Ramsey, and this week we'll be looking at two things once again. However, before we get into that, let's get into last week's winner. Last week we were giving away, I think, 3 prizes. We had MSP up for grabs, we had Canic, and we had Imprint, so pretty eventful. The winner of that is, can I get a drum roll? George Figueroa. George, congratulations. Hit us up on Facebook, so facebook.com/Murphy's Magic Supplies. Send us a message and we'll get that out to you ASAP. Alright guys, this week's contest, I need you guys to do one thing for me, please. I need ideas, because I'm running thin on intros, and every week I find myself stumbling right before I'm about to film, racking my brain, what am I going to do? So I need your ideas. So shoot me a bunch of your ideas, and who knows, maybe I'll probably use them. So do that, like this video, and I will pick one of you to take home this week's prizes next week. Thanks. So last week we had Kashawn Wallace at the table, which was pretty eventful. In the next, not this week, but the next week after, we are actually joined by Joe Monti. So a legend. Joe is an absolute performer. He's you know what? I like the cut of his jib. I'm just gonna leave it at that. So I'll leave the link below where you guys could check out the trailer and read a little bit about Joe and what to expect in the At the Table experience. So this week I had a look at 2 mentalism products. I had a look at Unbelievalope by Jeff Kaylor. If you've not seen the trailer, I'm telling you, the first 15 seconds are well worth your time. So check that out. Unbelievalope. It's fun to say. Unbelievalope. 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 Just rolls off the tongue. So we had Unbelievalope, and also we were checking out Nomad Pad 2.0, which I don't have beside me, which I thought I did. So Nomad Pad 2.0 and Unbelievalope. I'm gonna get it. I'll get the hang of it. So let's check out a quick performance. Let's start with Unbelievalope. I performed this to this girl at this boutique, and I performed it in French. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna kind of like, I'm gonna dub it and try to translate what I've been saying. So hopefully you'll still enjoy the performance and get the gist of it. So check this out and we'll talk about the product after this.
Alright, so as you can tell, there's an envelope that's in this shoe. Go ahead and pick a card, any card. Yep, and I'm realizing just as I'm watching this how small my shirt is. So anyways, go ahead and sign that card, if you will. Just put your name across it, social insurance number, phone number. Okay, just your name. Thank you very much. I will take my pen back and the card. Oh, and just, yep, shuffle it. And there it goes, and just a little bit of a cut in my really tight shirt. And as you can see, the envelope's been here the whole time, yes? Remove the paper clip. And please don't look at my hands. Okay. How insane would that be if that was your card? That'd be pretty insane, yeah. You ready for this? That's my card. I know. That's my card. I know. That's my card. Oh my god, that's my card. I know.
So that was one performance of Unbelievalope. Before I get into anything, do not judge this product on my performance alone, please. Once again, this is something that I've not used in my professional repertoire. I've not given 100 hours of practice. However, it's one of those things where you don't really need to. It's really, really simple. It's clever, and the way I used it was for a playing card sort of prediction. Now, when you buy this, you get this, and you get a bunch of envelopes with that. These envelopes will last you forever. They're really well made. They're really tough and durable. He gives you a whole bunch just in case you need more throughout the years. What you get is this envelope with this rather large window and where you can see the card or the piece of information the whole time. You close this up, there's a paper clip, and you fairly reach in and you pull out whatever is inside and you hand it to them, and you're left pretty much clean. So it's a really, really strong gimmick. When you get into the explanation part, so there's a link, which I don't mind. I know some people prefer DVDs and stuff like that. I really think that we're past the age of DVDs, and I think everybody has internet. And if you don't, I still don't think it's worth having a DVD for like the 200 people on the face of the earth that don't have internet. So I strongly, I'm in favor of streaming and downloads, etc. Mostly streaming. I think it's even better because it doesn't take up any room. Once you get there, you get the gimmick construction. There's not a whole lot of construction. You basically have to, it's 2 minutes of, not even, it's about 30 seconds of toying around with the envelope to fit, to customize it to yourself. Jeff goes into that. He goes into a mentalism prediction, which he uses in his own show, which is amazing. He also goes into the playing card prediction, the handlings. He's got some pretty clever handlings using gimmicks that he's made in the past, which he's introduced to these, which could be interesting for you as well. Very deceiving stuff. When Jeff does his routine on stage, it fooled me. It fooled me because of the thing he added, and I'm not going to talk about that, but you'll know what I mean when you get this. He goes into so many different things, extras, how to make them last longer. I mean, there's just a slew, there's a ton of information here by Jeff. You can tell he put his heart and soul into this, as he did with any of his products. He's put out so many top-notch, top-of-the-line products, and this is no exception. I think he did a really good job with this, and I think it's something that I would professionally use in a stand-up environment, in a stage environment. I think it is strong enough to close a show. If you have this envelope in a box the whole time, ask the spectator to open that box at the end of the show, hand you the envelope, and then you pull out the piece of information. It could be very, very strong. Now, the reason I don't like the card thing, and that's the one I performed, and the only reason I performed that is because I didn't have an audience to perform for. Had I had an audience, I might have gone with the whole, so name a country, name this, name that, and then all this information is going to be revealed on this little piece of paper, which you can see here the entire time. That would have been great, but I didn't. So I went with the card thing. Now, here's what I think about that. You know what it is? It's almost like a Clarity box or a Kennedy box or this type of thing, where they see it the whole time, super fair, and you pull it out afterwards and it was their card. I do think that's a strong effect. I think it's really, really strong. However, I think the prediction idea is stronger because using a card, for me personally, turns the whole thing into a puzzle. It turns the whole thing into, how did he do it? Because it's impossible if that's been there the whole time. So they're trying to figure it out. Did he duplicate my signature, or is there something up with the envelope, or do you know what I mean? So I know that I'm going far, and I know that normally people wouldn't think this far, but it's how I feel they would think. After performing a prediction, people don't say, how did you do that? They say, since when have you had these abilities? So it's so much stronger because people believe in sort of mind powers and mentalism and stuff like that, whereas sleight of hand and this type of thing comes into question. I think the value of this is much, much stronger with a prediction than it is with the card effect. Mind you, the card effect is very strong as well. Those are my thoughts. Jeff Kaylor, you're a beast, dude. You get 3 of these envelopes in here, which will last you forever. So good job, Jeff Kaylor and Magic Estate. I'll be using it. Unbelievalope.
All right, so go ahead and take this pen. Once again, I want you to write down your phone's PIN number. And just take that paper, tear it off. Yep. Give me this. Thank you. Put that away. Perfect. Now, could you take your phone out, please? Yes, and that was quick. All right. We're in the menu. I'm going to try and guess your PIN number. Now, we either pick pins based on express lifestyle or, oh, there's 1 digit. Yep, that's a hit. Okay, we'll go with that. And the next one, is this it? Is this the next one? Yep. Perfect. Okay. The third one's a little bit harder because this shirt is really cutting the circulation in my brain. But I think it's like this number. Is that right? Is this it? Yeah, I thought so. Boom. Ha. All right. last number, we're in the home, boom, done, right? Oh my God, you're like so amazing. You're like the best magician ever. You're like incredibly handsome and awesome and amazing. Oh my God, I can't believe.
So that was a performance of Nomad Pad 2.0 by Mathieu Bich. Actually, I don't think it was by Mathieu Bich. I think Mathieu Bich is the one who actually distributes the product, but Nicola is the proprietor of this effect. This is just about the same as the original Nomad Pad. However, there are a few tweaks and differences which I think over time and after performing them probably thousands of times, it's been refined to what you have now in Nomad Pad 2.0. What you get is you get this pad and you get a marker, and what this allows you to do, it's a device that allows you to get the information written down secretly and very invisibly and very fairly. So it's a really cool product. If anybody wants to use it for anything pre-show, I think it's very strong. As well, the pad is very small, so it does fit in your pocket, so you can stroll around with it. There is maybe like a 1 second reset, which is great. And everything makes sense. The way you hand it out, the way they write it down, when they rip the paper off, they give it back to you, you close it up, everything makes sense. And nothing is fishy about it in the performance. If there's anything fishy about my performance, simply because I probably just watched a tutorial a few days ago and I haven't actually used it in my professional repertoire, but I might consider it. The routine that I used was simply that of them thinking of their PIN number, and I justify them writing it down because I don't want them to say it out loud, but I do want them to show it to someone else. So it's a beautiful justification of getting them to write information down and to commit to that information. And then I used her cell phone and I opened her phone using her PIN, which is a nice moment because then you get the lock screen and then poof, all of a sudden there's her menu. So that's a pretty cool effect. I mean, you're limited to your imagination with these things. You can use them as drawing duplications, as let's say if you do something in pre-show, you can use that information as a prediction later. There's all sorts of things you can do. I mean, you're really not limited to anything. I really like this. I think it's ingenious. I think the thought that went behind it is very ingenious because the simplicity of it, mixed with the deceptiveness, really gives for a great product. And I think that's where you find a great product, when it's simple yet very deceiving, and you think, why didn't I think of this? By the way, you're given a link to a YouTube video where Mathieu teaches both either in English or in French how to use this gimmick, how to use it, and what to do, how to prep it, how to reset it, etc., etc. So definitely worth your time. Check out Nomad Pad 2.0. I really loved it, and hope you guys do too. Alright guys, that about closes out the deal. Thanks so much for joining. Before I leave you guys, our friend Kyle Marlett, he's recently released a download where he teaches 3 effects. He teaches like this cool walk around spoon effect, he teaches like this card control, and he teaches this coffee house sugar packet effect. So 3 things that are completely different, but I'm sure one of them is going to fit your style or needs. And it's called Tricks, or Tricks, TRKS or something, Tricks. I'm guessing it's Tricks. Check that out. I'll leave the link below by my buddy Kyle Marlett. Thank you once again for joining me, and I do look forward to seeing you guys again next week, next Sunday. Have a safe and pleasant weekend for what's left of it, and we'll see you then. Alright? Peace out.